Right, so for new people, we do have a robot arm that you can play with here, and I managed to scoot it over there. So if you want, you can control this arm and try and pick this one up. I could reset it just to make sure that it's... So you can do like F20, for example. And it moves 20 degrees, kinda. Right, we could also work on making the movement smoother, because it's using degrees, and it's waiting between the degrees, and we can instead use microseconds on the PWM signal. Not microseconds, milliseconds. Yeah, milliseconds. That would be a smoother transition. We could do that. Because I don't have very long. I have... So this is all in the robot side code. So we don't have to change anything in StreamerBot. So there's actually StreamerBot C# sending Bluetooth or COM port signals to this. So it reset, right? Why? Did it reset? It just hopped. It could be that when I started this, it could have sent something on. It's kind of messed up because the Arduino is connected to COM4 and the Bluetooth module is connected on COM6. So if I remove this, when I program it, I need to remove the Bluetooth module because it's the same RX and TX. So a bit of a mess. And also if I listen here, and I have like both, you know. So the Bluetooth module's okay, and the signals just end up in our output. So these 90 and everything, I'm not changing those. But I learned one thing today from the base64.py file that we just read. And that is that I can just set a name up here, and then I can run it later. So I can have a variable with a name. I almost want to open it again. We could do that on the VM, of course. So let's open the file, but let's do it here this time. Or should we use VS Code? Or not VS Code, Code OSS. So let's see if we open it here. Because I want to see actually what it was. So this is my file copy program I'm working on. I don't have time in 20 minutes to do anything on it, so well, that was one of the things. Might be doing something with that tomorrow. We'll see. So let's actually open right back. Can I just... What happens if I click here? So this icon means root. I'm not comfortable with the with the lib Python. and I'm not comfortable with the graphical stuff, really. I need to practice. This is not the place, right? Because there was another path. Now let's actually look at the notes, because I'm sure I have it in here. USR lib. So USR lib. Yeah, that looked better. And then we have Python. So let's look in here and let's look in the file base. I'm scrolling too far. This base64pi. Yeah, let's open it. And now we have much better view than in Nano, right? On the box. So that's where we added our stuff last time. But I'm going for the main. And here is what I mean. We have func here. And I'm just seeing where else is func. Nothing with func. So if I Control F, FUNC, we have 12 hits here. And this is just comment. So it's only here. We have a default value, it's set here, and then it's run. And this is very interesting to me because I can use the same way to make it. It's kind of annoying to have the code where you have these, you know, angle to int like a million times. And I was thinking, I'm not going to make a variable to make this shorter, right? But we might make a variable and the start is afterwards. So it would be logical, right? To just below here do like let's call it dir for direction. Is that it? And then we do yeah, so my brain is switching from Python to C++ style. And remember the semicolons. So if we do this, and over here we just do like I assume that we will need a default because, well, we have the default there. It will always be one of this, but if someone, you know, if it's get corrupted or anything. Well, let's just do this. So what should be the default? Open the claw. Also, these are capitals. Capitalize. I'm thinking maybe. Oh, but right. Well, what am I doing? Why was I thinking this was Python? I'm not going to do this now because it's not worth it. But we could do this definitely in C2. But I'll have to set the type and everything, of course. So my brain didn't work because no, I think it's okay for now. What I was going to do was actually to change this angle to something else, and for this we need the actual header file for it and the servo H. And I did open this several times. Yeah, look, we have the path there. So how would can I open it here somewhere? Yeah, right, go to definition. So here, so it's actually the C file I need. Can I go to that too? What is this? Okay, go to no, there's nothing. So let's just, if we open now, we will end up here, but we really want this path that we have when we here. Can I copy this text? And if we open, because last time I just opened it in Visual Studio. So, right, we need to do star here or it won't find anything. And here we have the CPP. No? Okay, whatever. It was kind of easy this way. As long as it doesn't, like, crash. I'm going to share the code soon. I'll just do a bit more and see if I can get people asked for like affiliate links for the robot arm and for the microscope, digital microscope here. Let's see here, you can see it. So I'm going to see if I can add that first. So why is it like this? Because this is on top and we don't actually want to start any of these. We just want a file. Do we have a recent here? No. My goodness. Is it still 2 windows? Yeah. So if I close one of them, let's see, it's not still loading. It's still loading. Giving it a chance. Meanwhile, I'm going to open. Yeah, so it actually did open it. It was just extremely slow. So this is where we have it. So now we can see here, and I'm sorry for. We can, since we're actually doing with that, we can just use it like this. And let's close, we don't need 2 of them open. So what's interesting here are the ticks and the conversion. Microseconds to ticks. That's not, we want the conversion between degrees and microseconds. That's what we're after now, so we can use it, do it ourselves. And I kind of think it's somewhere in the bottom. So here we have the read and we have the read microseconds. So maybe it never converts. Maybe it just says that if this is just maps +1. This is when it's getting it from it, you know, but it's not actually getting it from there. It's getting it from the. But it's still interesting. This. It's getting it from the object, not from the actual servo. It doesn't have any information from. So the write is what we're using. We're using this normal write, and we're using a value between 0 and 180. If it's not. So servo min and servo max, and that's what we need. Sorry if I skip steps. I'll do it slowly. When we write a value between 0 and 180, it will treat values less than 544 as angles in degrees, and the other ones as milliseconds. So it's running the right milliseconds for the rest. Valid values in microseconds are handled as microseconds.
Fixerbot says,
New follower Fmunin. Less than
Welcome
3.
in. Even the TTS had a problem pronouncing it. Maybe. Maybe that was correct. Money. Money. If you want, you can just tell me what I should call you. I'll try to remember. So, if value is less than 0, then value is 0. If value is more than 180, it's 180. And this is if for the first check is if it's more, or if it's less than the 544. That's the min pulse width. So if it's more than this or this, then it will be treated as an angle, and that's just hopping to this part of it. So here it just maps the value that is these to this. So we can actually just use this function ourselves then to get the actual value that is sent in. Yeah, and it's sent in here both. It's converted here, and if it's getting a value, it's just sent on here in both cases. So let's check out servo min and servo max, and I'm going to remind my kid that he has a call in 5 minutes. försöker köpa nya på vägen hem, säger jag, Ines. So, I'm back. Sorry for running away. So, let's see now. I'm sorry, I'm just turning off the VPN. And actually also the virtual machine, just because I know that my computer might crash the stream if I have too many things running. So there. So right, let's go looking for this. So let's just quickly search. And it's up here. I see the little tiny red dots at the side here. So let's actually copy the bits that are interesting. So copy and here, and these are a part, of course, of the server.h, so we don't need them. I'm just putting them anywhere, you know, to keep track of things. So these lines could be nice to have to remember everything, and these actually use these. So if we search for this one instead, I think that these are in the header file, which we have here, just to make things complicated. No? I'm kinda sure I copied this, right? Alright, I copied the other thing afterwards. So here we have them. So this is why I want them in one spot, you know? Default pose width. So it also has one of those. That's also interesting. So when the servo is attached, it will have a default pose width. So that is also interesting. And I'm interested where this is used, because I'm assuming now that I can remove something that they had from the start. Oh, sorry. It was just supposed to go here. And add these here too. Well, actually, let's add them over, because they are like needed for that, so it's logical. So servo min, servo max, and we have these. So the attach, let's see, is the default in here too? Min max. Interesting. Does this mean that it sets a min and max here? Min max. So it removes 4. So the resolution is 4 microseconds. So where's the default one? If you look here, you also have the default one. So this one is not long, so we can just in one place, yeah. Let's also read the comments for attach. Attach is given pin to the next free channel. Sets pin mode, returns channel number. Or failure. As above, it also sets the min and max values for writes. So and here we have the 200. Yeah, go for it. That's a Bluetooth error. Go for it. I can move the camera a bit. I'll just do this so you can see. Oh, my chair is in the way. There. So I'm driving away with the car at 13:15, so about an hour, and I need to eat before that and make food for my kid. So while you play with the robot, I'm just going to quickly go check on my other kid, the one that's not having school right now. So I actually started some food there too. Oh, oh, this is hard. If you don't see the 3D, I guess I'll have to add another camera, right? Because this is the top view. You're close, you're close. But it looks perfect already here, right? So the alignment, you need a bit this direction. It's on top of its head. So, let's continue. So we were done with the head file, right? Going back here. So attach those. And to quickly switch back to our file, we already have this pulse width minus times 4, and here it's instead split by 4. Sequence T timer, servo index to timer, servo index, if this timer is active. Servo's pin is active. So this is when we're setting the variables, the min and the max. So let's also attach does that. So that's it's also the initialization of the values to something, because this is when we start the connection, start the timers, init the whole thing, and yeah, that's the start there of it. This is the ISR bit, and that we don't have to look at, but we're interested in this bit. So the write does this and this. Let's copy the whole function, and this is done after the attach, where the min and max has values, but servo min and servo max here use these and the min and max. So, oh, power ran out of my ear. So the TTS would be echoing now if someone says anything. So, there. Yeah, so we have the objects min and max are set here, or read here, times 4. So this is done before the minus, of course, there. Because these are then calculated back and forth. Here's when we're setting them, and here's when they're converted back. So we save them in this odd format where it's actually split into 4. But we don't need to care about this, right? Because let's look at the next function. This one should also do that, right? When we write, or rather we don't have to care about those saved ones. When we write, this is what we're going to use also. right milliseconds. This is what we're going to use instead, because we're currently using this one with the value 0 to 180. So we don't have this. You're too high up, you're on top of it. So if I do this again, you can see you're over it, and so you need to go a bit to the left and then down. I'll see if I can help. So B is back, right? So we're still, here is over it, just beneath this one. I'll have to make a robot arm to control the camera, right? That would be fun. To be able to steer the robot arm, you have to have a robot arm to control the camera. That would be crazy. So did I copy this? Well, let's actually close this one. And let's go here. This is what we're actually going to use. And when we send this value in here, we can go here where the colors are. When we send the value in here, it first just checks that the servo object is there. By channel the servo index, and that it's actually there. So this is the top of it. It's kind of close to this side. Yeah, so you still need to go left a tiny bit. I can remove the camera. It's so hot though. So this is the top view. Oh, it's too hot. It's too hot. My fingers are burning up. Oh gosh, that's the only problem with this. I can angle it this way instead. So just it's right over it now. It was yeah, and 5 is the default. So if you just do L, it will do 5.
VR Mechatronics says, mount camera on arm.
Yeah, right? But this arm could never take that weight, I think. This thing is a bit too heavy.
Fmunin says,
we'll have to get something better. Yeah, that works too. It only reads it. If you skip the exclamation mark, it reads it. That's the only difference. So it both works. And if you're interested, I can show you it's simple in OBS. Let's see now. So, calculate and store the values for the given channel. So first we just check the channel. Ensure pulse width is valid. So this is what it does. We don't have to do this. It just checks the values are okay. And then trim duration. Trim duration. So I'm kind of thinking we don't need to do much, We don't have to mess about with that ourselves. I'm just getting the values, so we know what's okay to set, And the conversion between is really the conversion is the only thing that's interesting. So trim duration is 2. Oh, so it's just adding 2 here. That's funny. Kind of funny. So if we look back at this one, the only thing we need to do is really this map, right? But we don't want to use the 0 to 180. We want to use the steps between 2. So now we know really that servo min is 0 and servo max is 180. No, I mean they're not that, they're the equivalent of that. So that's why we put them up here. So, but to calculate servo min, we need the in value. And the in value is set when we attach. So where did I put the attach bit? That's where I am here. This is what it's set to. And that's when we need this. So let's just simply copy paste numbers. So this number is actually what's in here, right? And this number is what's in here. There. So then the min and the max, those are parameters in here. So let's see, look at the attach one again. I think I'm going to high, it's lower.
VR Mechatronics says,
read.
I suggest using a raw egg on a plate. Smile XDD smile.
Raw egg on a plate to pick up. Oh my god. Well, that's a challenge. And also a GUI challenge. Here's the attach function. So these int, min and max, what values they are? Oh, I think it's just on top of it now. So if you open it and lower it again, you'll get it. Maybe you need to close it a tiny bit more, because it was in kind of the upslope of the head. So just try again and you'll get it. And all those errors are Bluetooth communication errors, so it's nothing we can do about it. Oh, you need to open the claw first. It's trying to... If you open it, it will go down now without moving it. So open before down. So open it maybe 20 at least. Yeah, so there, now. I think you can just close it now. About the same amount, maybe. So it's not touching it. It's a tiny bit more. One side I think is touching it, but the other side is like tiny, like a few millimeters off. So if you lift now, you won't lift it. It's a tiny bit. So now it's touching it. The question is if it's tight enough, but you can just try and lift and see if it's tight enough. It's gripping it here now tightly, so.
Fmunin says, This is fun.
I wish I had 2 cameras though, so you could like see better. That would be better, right? But let's make it better because it's going glitchy. You know, it's every 1 degree it stops and goes again. And I could make it go quickly to the place, but that would be like not better, I think. Oh, it wasn't tight enough. You'll have to try one more time. So remember to open first before you lower it, right? So open, lower, and close it a bit more. So now I'm going to look at the code again. So these min and max values that we set, which we
I'm
don't
at work
do.
smiling like a fool. Good things I work remotely.
That's great, that's great. So open it. I'll have to go check on the food. So I'll be right back. I think you can see as well on that one, right? I'll be right back. Linus, kollar du maten eller?
Ja.
Okej. Jag tänkte om du behövde en hjälp eller någonting. Yeah, he's my 13-year-old. He'll be 14 soon though. He had taken it out of the air fryer himself. So I think he was hungry. But he can do it all himself too, so.
Troll Royalty says, are you doing cybersecurity or something?
Yeah, I was doing a box called Valley, but we finished it. So this is like just the end of the stream. So right now we're just trying to improve the controls of the robot here. So F-Manin here is trying to lift the purple thingy off the table. We'll see. And I'm looking at the code to try and trying to use the microseconds instead of for the pulse width of the PWM wave that controls the robot arm servos. So the angle of the motors, the servo motors, they're set actually by a square wave like this of power.
How long have you been knowing how to do this type of stuff? Also, did you put together that robot? That's amazing.
Yeah, but it's a kit, so I'm going to get an Amazon affiliate link or something. But it's a kit you can buy. But it's not very strong or anything, but it's kind of cool. I like it. So I think you might need a bit more power to the grip. I can see if I can feel it here. So yeah, well, we'll see. Just do your thing. I'll try not to look too closely. I don't have time for lunch. I'll just drink a few edible things. And that was Nippon Soppa. There's an orange. This is good. Like rosebud almost. So I'm kind of lost.
How long have you been knowing how to code?
Oh, I've been coding since I was like 10, 11 something. So it's been quite a while. But this I'm just learning now. So just try and do something and learn how to do it. That's the way. I'm just checking where were I really.
What language are you most comfortable in?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. Right now I'm using this. This is kind of C++, and I'm making a file copy program in C++, and then I'm using a lot of Python for other things. And there's C# in the streamer bot and some other things too. So those are the ones I'm most up to date with, I guess. And I like when it's object oriented, but I'll have to learn the newer ones. I'll have to learn. I did some tiny thing in Rust, I think. No, I didn't really. No, I'll need to learn. We'll have to do that on stream, maybe. Fumbling around trying to make a hello world. That could be fun. So I'm thinking that I'm you have to try and lift that. Yeah,
Winning
right?
says, last time I did C++ was in uni, Programming Paradigms I think the unit was called.
Okay, oh. Yeah, so we'll have to see if you can lift that. So let's see here. Come on. So, since I have to leave soon.
Fixerbot says,
Welcome in.
New follower 13 long live Jiao Twitch Skamu. Less than 3.
13 long life Chow Twitch Kamu says, long live chaos. Esport, Twitch,
Yeah, I like
online
chaos.
casino, sports
But
betting
online
equals
casinos,
scam,
that's
fixed
not
match.
good. Yeah.
Hello, hell doesn't exist, don't be afraid of death and you will be stronger. Open your tap every evening and never turn it off. Add bleach to the food and throw it in the forest and the sea with the plastic.
It's a
The money
very
will come
odd
to you.
combination. This is not the first time we've had this message. It's a very funny combination of good and bad things, right? Because I totally agree. I'm not religious, you know. So some people think I should just ban people who send messages like that, but I'm like, what the hell, stay and have fun instead, and forget about the boring spamming stuff, right? And if you're a bot, you don't hear what I say anyway, and you don't notice if I ban you. So, welcome in, and have fun here. And try controlling the robot. How did it go? It didn't lift? No. Timeout. Okay, so it'll continue trying to send the signal. Oh, it looks kind of loose still. We'll see. I'm hoping.
Funin says, it's not strong enough to lift.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. This is a Bluetooth timeout. So you might have to wait. There might also be a bug because, well, it should. If it was a bug, it should ride the bug. I didn't hear the motors, but that doesn't. It's much more quiet since I changed the code. It was really. Yeah, I heard it now. Yeah.
VR Mechatronics says, running on a straight arm it is too heavy, you need to reduce F45.
Yeah, but no, not forward. Go back instead. Lift by taking it backwards. So like a B30 or something. You can do B30. It also lifts it when it drags it closer to itself, because it goes up when it goes back. Oh, there's one motor is overstressed here. So I think you closed it too much. So it was trying to close it. You see, it's all closed now. So if we were to do open 50, and then do like we can move it a bit closer though, and then let's like do up. No, let's just try forward 30.
Fixit says.
And then just do like
F30.
Close 30.
C30.
And then I see that it's not closed, so I do C20.
C20.
And I'm cheating, you know. And then we do back 40. Let's see if we can lift it.
B40.
So it can lift it. The problem is only that I don't know which
VR
one it was.
says. Or a plush soft toy.
Yeah,
says.
we could do something softer.
B10.
We could do like up 20, see if it works.
U20.
Yeah, and then we could do like left 90.
L90.
So it can lift it, but exactly the up one seems to be the most sensitive. It can't do far. We could do like up 999 or 9,999 and see if
9,999.
It's not going to go far, but now it's just sending information here first. So, and I'm looking for someone to raid actually, because I'll have to drum kit school soon, and I need to get something, a sandwich or something at least. I don't see anyone to raid, but we can always, well, it's like we will have to raid here, so we'll have time to talk. So so thank you very much for being here, for joining me today, and having fun, and yeah,